Hi everybody, welcome to Rune Headquarters. I'm going to be taking you through a game or two of Heist today. So from that Falador lodestone, we're going to go up this humongous ladder here and enter the Heist waiting room where some of my group is already there. Once I get up here, I'm going to stand around and wait for everybody else to join. I will probably cut away until the rest of them join. But just to let you know, you only need 4 people for this game, so it's not number of people. It's not a heavy amount of people. It's only a few, 2 for each side. Alright, so here we are getting ready to join the game, and myself and my partner are going to be guards. We're joining the guard barrier that is blue. And the first thing we're going to do as soon as the game preps up is we're going to choose one of 2 options of where we want to have our game. So our choices were Canifis and Darkmire. And we chose Canifis. Well, most of us chose Canifis. Darkmire would have been fun too. But in this game, we just went to Canifis. Okay, so as the guard, you start out with a blank screen and a countdown. And that gives the robbers a chance to decide how they want to play and get ready to play. Okay, so here we go. The first thing I'm doing, because this is the first official game I've ever played, I've only been through the tutorial before, as I'm trying to find my way around. Not much we could do to start with, but whatever. It's all good. And then we really looked out as we saw somebody change right before our eyes. And to be honest, in this game, this is the first and only break we had on my side. Sorry to say that. Now, usually I would be recording my voice as I was playing. In this case, I had to do the voiceover later because my voice didn't get recorded. Oops. But we had such a fun game, I didn't want to just give it up. So I am going to go ahead and record over and just explain to you how it's played. So now what we're doing is we are, as guards, looking for other suspicious people. We did not luck out. Nobody else changed directly in front of our faces. It's too bad. But we did our jobs, and we accused people. I got busted for it. And then accused more people. I don't know how you're supposed to have... I don't see any... I did not, while I played, see any signs of how you were supposed to have an idea of who was a robber and who wasn't. So it seems in the beginning like the robbers really, really have an advantage. So it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. But there are ways to earn yourself points as you play, and you can use those to get more advantages so that you can be better when you've played a little bit more. Our situation here was I was playing with a group of people who really had not played before, so I think Super was the only one who had any experience at all, and he did really well. He trounced the rest of us every position he played, but it was still fun. But we, for the most part, none of us knew the map really, or knew what to expect. So we were kind of playing blind. But that's why I wanted to bring this video to you guys, so that you could see how the basics of the game are played for yourself before you play. And then you can get your friends together sometime this week and run through a quick game or 2 to get some experience if you would like to, before the Rune Headquarters Heist game. Although, if you want to play blind at any time with a bunch of people, the Rune Headquarters game is the time to do it, because everybody will be at different levels of ability, and so people will be there to help you out if you need it. So it is a really good opportunity to come out and see how this is played. So, and while we were playing this, we were not in chat. I do think that being in a place where you can hear your teammates and hear the people you're playing against real time would help out. It would greatly enhance the game. We will have that for you guys. We will have TeamSpeak up. So if you want to get an account before the weekend, really good idea to request your account now. But you don't have to have an account to be in the TeamSpeak. You can be a guest and be in the TeamSpeak. We will be in a guest-friendly channel for the event. So, yeah, come on down and join us. And okay, so I cut a little bit of the video out. Started again at near the end of the game where the robbers were carrying enough loot to win if they deposited it, and then they did, and we started over again. Okay, so the only thing you didn't see is me accusing a few people and getting put in jail a couple of times, where you have to wait out a little time period in punishment for accusing wrong people. And then we decided to switch teams and so that I could get a chance on the robber side. I'll let you guys see how that is. So the green barrier right in front of me there is when you don't know which side you want to be on. You be put randomly on whichever side has fewer people. But we're going to go through the red robber side right now. And the robber side is different. If you get caught a number of times, and this never happened to me, so I can't show it to you, so I'm going to explain it real quick now. If you get caught a number of times on the robber side, you can become a guard, if I remember right. And I might not be remembering right. Okay, Darkmire or Birthorpe. I think we choose Birthorpe at night, which was fun. Every map that I tried was fun, okay, I have to say. Anyway, so yeah, the robbers get a little bit of a head start. It took me a second to realize. But then once I did, I was off. And I chose a person to become right away. I chose a priest because I figured that was the least suspicious. And then I set off to find out where all the loot was. Now, I only ever found the loot in the bank, but I hear that there is loot randomly else in other places. I never personally found it, but I know that it is there. My main problem with being the robber was I didn't know where I was going. The guard, you just have to run around accusing people and looking for suspicious people. As the robber, you have to find the loot and find where to take the loot. So you really have to be organized and know where you're going. I had no idea. So, and I had decided to walk instead of run because most of the NPCs walk. So it stands out less if you walk than if you run. Although in this game, at least, a few NPCs do run just to keep the suspicion off if you are running. So it's not good enough to just accuse everybody who's running. I even as a guard had an NPC walking and then just start randomly running in front of me, and it was not. It was not the person. Okay, so here's Von Carmen. Here's my first successful looting. I'm trying to not look suspicious. NPCs get hung up all the time on nothing, and they just stand around staring off into space. I don't know if this helped, but this was what I was trying to do. I was looking around right now to see if any of the guards around were my opponents, and they did not seem to be. So then I headed off, not knowing where to go with my loot. Not at all. depending on the map that you use, depends on where you go with your loot. So there, in one of the other games that I played, I found as a guard a magic carpet in a desert map that had a loot deposit place. And these hay carts, you can hide in them. So I suspect that if you were accused near one, you could probably hide in one. I don't know if it would get you off scot-free. I never actually tried it. So that would be something to try in a future game. You can take the form of nearly anyone, including guards. Oh, I should have gotten my team member out there. But I had loot on me, so I didn't want to be caught with it. And what I ended up doing, because I did not know where my deposit point was, is I ended up diving off this pier so I could go around the peripheral of the map to see where I was supposed to go to drop off the loot. I think I should have gone the other way. I ended up going this way, and it worked just fine for me because there was a rowboat down here that I could stash the loot in and get away with it. And at this point, I was doing really well. If I had kept this luck, I would have possibly won my game, but I just ended up getting confounded by the map. I just did not know where anything was. So familiarity with the various maps is a biggie. You know, on the guard or the robber side, you want to know where the important points are. And I had no idea this whole entire session of games. Not any of them. So anyway, that is basically the game. And here I hesitated to go in because the guard was right there. One of my opponents was right in the middle of the thing, and I ended up getting caught here in a minute. And as a robber, when you get caught, you stand in handcuffs in the middle of the screen until it wears off or until you can escape the first time. Until you get out of the handcuffs. And you can also get thrown in jail where you have a chance to escape, or you can wait until the time runs out again. Always better to escape, of course. But when I was in the brink, I could not find a way to escape. I was searching all over the place. Apparently it's there at least part of the time, but it just happened to not be found by me at that time. So, yeah, I'm gonna watch myself wander around and talk you out of this game. It was very, very fun. I highly recommend you come and join us this weekend. If this is after the case, we'll probably end up having another heist game at some point or other. And we will, of course, always announce whatever we're doing on the weekends beforehand, so you have plenty of time to look it up, see how you play, and get a practice game in or two if you would like to. But like I said, if there's any place that it is not a bad time to not know what you're doing beforehand, it's at a Rune Headquarters session, because there will be people who do not mind explaining to you the game or how to play or giving you pointers. So it's a really good time to come and learn and have fun. So until the next game, guys, I'm going to try and do Cabbage Bonanza Face Punch next for our game highlight, or whatever we're doing next weekend, which I don't even know yet. I will look it up, but that's what we should be looking forward to. Here I am trying to become a guard. I think I don't catch up. No, I became the guard. Yeah. So there you have it. Have fun, guys. See you next time.